Today on Investigate TV Plus, state and federal laws guarantee the right for a free education to every child in the United States. I'm Tisha Powell.
And I'm Lee Zurich, but some parents of children with disabilities say their schools are going against those regulations.
Fayette County might be a great school district for the overachievers, but they stink at the special needs kids, and they try to push them out.
We follow one father fighting his daughter's school district, who he says retaliated after he spoke up.
Do you think they're getting tired of you?
Of course they are.
Are you going to stop?
No.
Plus, a diagnosis that affects millions of Americans can leave families in financial ruin.
How do people afford cancer if they don't have money and resources and they don't have good insurance? And that's when the idea came.
We share a group of survivors' inspiring mission to help others in their community.
Then,
okay, go ahead, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
stories of ambition and resilience over the airwaves.
Hello, this is Michael Simmons.
We reveal how they're sending a signal of inclusion.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus. A free education for all is part of the fabric of American life.
And more than 50 years ago, Congress made sure that meant children with disabilities too, mandating schools meet their needs and passing the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA.
However, we found some states are falling short when it comes to the minimum requirements for the law.
According to most recent data from the Department of Education, in 2023, just 22 states were in compliance with IDEA.
One state that's failed to meet the law standards for special education is Georgia.
There, one father says his daughter's district retaliated against his family for fighting for her schooling.
Reporter Andy Parati explains how and digs into a rise in complaints in recent years.
Call to order for the Fayette County Board of Education.
It's no secret
we all know what's right.
what Chip Glazer thinks about the Fayette County School District.
Parents are done accepting temporary Band-Aids.
And its special needs education program.
And I'm here to speak about the ongoing crisis with Exceptional Children's Services.
Speaking at every school board meeting.
Mr. Glazer, you're up first. Mr. Glazer.
Month after month.
Fayette County might be a great school district for the overachievers, but they stink at the special needs kids, and they try to push them out.
They're just sharp in my senses.
Megan is Chip's daughter. The 18-year-old wrestles with a rare cognitive gene disorder that makes it difficult for her to learn.
You should have seen me.
It also impacts her eating habits.
Megan's brain doesn't talk to her stomach, and so she could eat herself to death if left unchecked.
Over the past 4 years, Chip and Megan's mother have asked the district to provide their daughter with a one-on-one paraprofessional to help her throughout the school day, a resource Chip says is not only required under the law, but something other districts provide to students with similar needs. The district has repeatedly denied their request.
They do everything in their power to not provide the services required by a free and appropriate education.
Georgia's Code of Ethics.
Chip hired an attorney in 2022 to help resolve their dispute with the district. But afterwards, he claimed school officials stopped cooperating with Megan's individualized education plan, delayed meetings, and then something they didn't see coming: a visit from Child Protective Services to investigate alleged maltreatment.
What was your reaction when you got that visit?
Stunning, and then with anybody, embarrassing, but then you realize why it happened. And it's all in a series of retaliatory process against us because we advocate for our child.
According to agency records, the district alerted Child Protective Services because Megan pulled the fire alarm and made suicidal statements. The district claimed her parents refused to take their daughter for a mental health evaluation.
That is 100% false. They knew we had an appointment the next week, And we told them that.
Robin Painter is the family's attorney. She worked with the U.S. Department of Education for more than a decade.
It's typical. I was not surprised. I see that with parents whose child, for whatever reason, is posing a difficulty with the district.
Our investigation found a growing number of Georgia parents who say their school districts are violating the law by failing to provide required special education services. Georgia Department of Education records show formal complaints against school districts have more than doubled in recent years, from 156 in 2021 to 318 last year. In fiscal year 2025, the state found districts were out of compliance 190 times. Robin says she's getting more calls from parents than her law firm can handle.
And we're not talking about, a child who maybe, just needs extended time on tests. People don't call me unless they're facing some real serious situations. And unfortunately, I've had to turn people away.
At Fayette County School Board meeting in December,
Good evening.
Chip wasn't the only parent frustrated with inadequate resources for their child.
I'm a proud mom of a smart dyslexic child in Fayette County that has been failed.
These are not abstract failures. They show up as harm to real children in real classrooms. You need to start asking serious questions about how this district is treating special education families.
Fayette County Schools did not respond to the parents' claims. Child Protective Services declined to pursue the case against Chip and his wife, and he's not stopping his public pleas for change.
We've been consistently denied essential services for my daughter.
Do you think they're getting tired of you?
Of course they are.
Are you going to stop?
No.
The community is watching. More importantly, our children are counting on you.
Chip's daughter is now being homeschooled unless he can reach an agreement with the district to get the accommodations they're requesting. Records from the state also reveal more complaints are being filed by school staff, potentially revealing teachers are also frustrated with districts not providing required resources.
Still ahead, a change in Americans' drinking habits have bars across the country rethinking how they serve.
I don't really think that we could have created a zero-proof lounge 10 years ago and seen the warm welcome that we have seen now.
We take you to the cocktail lounge featuring flavorful drinks without the hangover.
But first, a disease that impacts millions of Americans can also come with a major cost.
A lot of these people are moms with young kids, so they're worried about what's going to happen with their kids, what's going to happen financially, are they going to be able to work?
We take you to one nonprofit helping women through their breast cancer battles.
Whether it's a personal experience, a loved one, or a friend, many of us have been impacted by cancer.
Experts estimate in 2026, more than 2 million Americans will receive a diagnosis.
The human cost is devastating, but the disease can also cause financial ruin.
Each year, cancer-related costs to patients are estimated at $21 billion, including $16 billion in out-of-pocket costs.
In order to ease the financial burden for people in their community, a group of cancer survivors came up with an inspiring solution.
Reporter Tan Trung introduces us to the women giving other survivors hope.
That will need to be put in the coat bin, and
It's crunch time in this corner of Covington.
yay.
Volunteers are hauling,
Ooh, that's heavy.
painting, and planning
You have to have Melissa and Shannon.
for the opening of a thrift store. But it won't be your typical thrift store.
How do people afford this? How do people afford cancer if they don't have money and resources and they don't have good insurance? And that's when the idea came. Open a thrift store.
Allison Tompkins is a member of the so-called Pink Ladies in St. Tammany Parish.
Absolutely.
Breast cancer survivors, striving to raise awareness and help women take on the challenges and questions that often come with cancer.
You're dealing with the fear of surgery and all that's the unknown. What's it going to be like? Can you handle the pain? How's this going to affect your family?
Tompkins underwent a double mastectomy after being diagnosed with breast cancer. She says that experience forced her to confront mortality.
I had already come to terms with that as a Christian, but it comes right in your face that, it could be soon.
Heather Fair also chose to get a double mastectomy after her breast cancer diagnosis 6 years ago.
The worst part is always the waiting. You're waiting to get the results. You're waiting to get the surgery. You don't know what is going to come about of it.
Let's put that in the kitchen, or no?
All right.
Because of the unique physical and emotional effects of breast cancer, Tompkins says she wanted to create a space providing equally unique support. From care baskets filled with items like lotions for post-surgery scars, to gently used clothes for financially impacted patients, this thrift store's mission will be to ease the burdens of cancer.
A lot of these people are moms with young kids, so they're worried about what's going to happen with their kids, what's going to happen financially, are they going to be able to work? We've already had tons of people reach out asking for baskets for patients already, and one of them I heard was a 26-year-old. She didn't even have insurance. She's 26.
Brenda DeMuth is a nurse who spent years working with breast cancer patients. She's now among the volunteers trying to create a sanctuary out of a former doggy daycare.
They would hold dogs in here, so each little cubby has the cameras and you could view your dog on the weekends while you were gone.
Okay. With just days left before the soft opening, it's busy. Their efforts, says Allison Tompkins, are guided by faith. A Bible will be the first thing greeting visitors, but belief won't be a requirement.
You don't have to be Christian. It's not about us hammering anybody's faith walls down, but we're ready to pray with somebody or to just talk or share. A lot of us are survivors, so we can walk along you.
And not every woman has a care system built in, so if they don't, walking up to the Pink Ladies, they instantly get a support system. They instantly get that female bonding.
Yes, we're all about pink right now, but we would hope that we can walk alongside people whose children are going through cancer treatment, or men who have prostate or lung or whatever the cancers are. That's my hope.
To get there, the work goes on. As they spread pink paint, they're also spreading the word about early detection and the importance of potentially life-saving mammograms.
Wow, the Pink Ladies, they are doing so much to help people at such a difficult time in their lives.
So difficult, and the numbers we mentioned were just staggering, the amount of money it costs people, even people with insurance. As you know, if you have insurance, sometimes things like that can cost a lot of money.
And breast cancer at 26.
Yeah, 26
like
with
she
no
mentioned.
insurance too.
That's hard.
Yeah.
The thrift store opened in January 2026. Since then, the ladies expanded their service with Stitches. They hand knit, crochet, and sew prosthetics, mastectomy pillows, and seatbelt covers for breast cancer patients.
Breast cancer is the most common cancer in women in the U.S., accounting for about 30% of all new female cancers each year. But there is new hope when it comes to surviving cancer in 2026.
The likelihood of beating the disease is at a historic high. The 5-year relative survival rate for all cancers combined reached a milestone 70%, up from just 49% in the mid-1970s. The American Cancer Society credits the decline to a reduction in smoking, improved treatment, and earlier detection.
Still ahead, can a podcast be a blueprint for change?
I thought it sounded fun, and also that it would be a nice way to improve in my storytelling and public speaking skills.
We meet the group amplifying the voices of people with disabilities.
But first, we take you to a cocktail lounge with no spirits, but a lot of personality.
My family doesn't drink, and I do, and now we can all have this one thing, and everybody's excited about it.
We examine why more Americans are seeking an alcohol-free experience.
No hangover, no problem. More Americans than ever are choosing to go without booze.
A 2025 poll reveals alcohol consumption among Americans is at 54%, the lowest point since 1939 when Gallup started tracking drinking behaviors.
A bar in Portland, Oregon is embracing sobriety by only serving zero-proof drinks.
Reporter Io Elise stopped by to see what inspired the owners to create an alcohol-free cocktail lounge.
So we're gonna start with 2 ounces of our blueberry basil mixer. Use about a ½ ounce of lemon juice. When we started Urban River, we got a lot, and sometimes we still do. We're like, well, what's the point? The point is options.
And that option is becoming increasingly popular over the years. Having made her first non-alcoholic mixer for a family gathering, Michelle Garner became inspired to start Urban River nearly 3 years ago.
For me, having a non-alcoholic option is really important because there are people out there who are on medication and cannot have alcohol, who are allergic to alcohol, or just simply choose not to drink, but they still want the space.
An already established brand at pop-up events, they are now expanding to a brick and mortar, a mocktail lounge where people can have a zero-proof drink made with one of their dozens of signature flavors.
So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of our white peach and jalapeno mixer. It's called Peppered Peach Bliss. I don't really think that we could have created a zero-proof lounge 10 years ago and seen the warm welcome that we have seen now.
Though there was a spike in alcohol consumption in the early days of the pandemic, sips and pours have slowed significantly. Studies have shown that Gen Z is drinking far less than previous generations, and those who do enjoy a good cocktail, beer, wine, or cider are drinking less. This makes room for brands like Urban River to meet people where they're at.
My family doesn't drink, and I do, and now we can all have this one thing, and everybody's excited about it. Those are the moments that we really want to emphasize in our business, and those are the moments that really keep us pushing forward to making space for not just us, but for businesses like us.
In Kansas City, Missouri, one nightclub boasts dance moves without the hangover.
In fact, it's not a nightclub at all. Welcome to AM Club. It's the brainchild of brothers who wanted a space to socialize without the alcohol and late nights.
We realized that there was a whole niche of people that don't go out at nighttime, but they still wanted a place where they could come together, not drink alcohol, and still fellowship.
Who doesn't want a DJ in the morning? It didn't feel like I had to put a bunch of effort into what I was wearing, what I was doing.
You can find the AM Club at West Bottoms Coffee Shop in Kansas City.
Still ahead, young adults build a future over the airwaves.
I think it's really replicable, and hopefully it changes the narrative around disability employment in general.
We highlight their inspiring project, amplifying voices of people with disabilities.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime streaming online. Get the app for Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. It's free to download.
Disability is recognized as one of the world's largest, most diverse, and only minority group that anyone can become a part of at any time due to accident, illness, or aging.
Experts estimate about 11% of the U.S. workforce has a disability.
A young man with a disability wasn't having luck finding a job, so he created one himself.
Reporter Deborah Alfarone shows us how his business is employing others, disabled teens and adults too.
It takes a village to put on this podcast.
Okay, go ahead, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Meet your hosts.
Hello, this is Michael Simmons.
And this is Glenda Fu-Smith.
But before we give you a behind-the-scenes look and listen at the So Kids Soar podcast, let's rewind.
Our mission is to empower youth with physical and developmental disabilities to strive, own, achieve, and realize their potential.
Glenda Fu-Smith is So Kids Soar's executive director. The nonprofit began sports clinics for children with disabilities in 2009. As the children grew into young adults, So Kids Soar adapted and started a program to teach them job skills. Fast forward to today, and a podcast was born.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself, Patrick?
So my name is Patrick Green. I'm 27 years old.
Michael Simmons isn't just a co-host, he's a graduate of that vocational program. This podcast was all his idea.
I thought it sounded fun and also that it would be a nice way to improve in my storytelling and public speaking skills. Getting to hear more about the actual guests is also cool. And yeah, I guess like all the other work I've done for the podcast, like editing, animating, all of that's been fun so far. And so I've really enjoyed working on it.
If you have never lived this or never walked in these shoes, you don't really know what that's like.
Today's guests, graduate Patrick Green and his mom, Kendra.
Patrick went in there and he did an interview with them with absolutely no hesitation, and he came out with a huge smile on his face.
I was nervous at first, but once I did the mock interviews and for a real job, it didn't make it nervous at all. Like I was able to go in and then ace it, no problem.
People with disabilities face unemployment rates twice as high as others, according to federal data. A huge goal of So Kids Soar's vocational program is to close that gap.
It's just seeing him believe in himself and also see it through to fruition. For us, it just makes us feel like we're doing something right in this world, and that what we are doing is making progress and changes for these young adults. And above all else, now we are seeing this podcast as a new entrepreneurship program for us, something that hopefully Michael can really take ownership of in the future, and it can be its own podcasting company solely employed by young adults with disabilities.
The hope is the podcast becomes a pipeline.
This doesn't need to be the only podcasting company for people with disabilities. I think it's really replicable, and hopefully it changes the narrative around disability employment in general.
And that's it for us at Investigate TV Plus. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Dee Chappelle. Thanks for watching. On the next Investigate TV Plus, police officers put their lives on the line to protect and serve, and despite their service, their K-9 co-workers receive no money from departments to cover vet bills and retirement.
We've seen surgeries as high as $40,000. The need is astronomical for these hardworking heroes.
We uncover the issue one expert says puts the lives of police dogs at risk, and how some states are stepping in to help fill the gap.